But now we're going to I'm going to share with you some strategies on how you can talk about how you're feeling. Okay? So this is an activity I created with a past student of mine. He loved video games. He loves computers. He is a tech guy. Okay. Maybe some of you who are watching also love computers and video games. Nolan, I don't know, maybe you're into computers. But if you're not into computers, I'm going to give you some other strategies that you could, or other analogies that you could use to express your feelings, okay? So this is a strategy I've created to help you, my Junior Mike Slayers, let go of heavy feelings, okay? So I want you to imagine your backpack, okay? I'm going to use the computer analogy afterwards. I'm going to use a backpack for now. I want you to imagine that you have a backpack. Okay, does everyone have that visual in their head? I want you to imagine you have a backpack on. It's a heavy backpack. It has your lunch bag. It has your books. It has a couple of rocks in it. It has a pair of your extra, gym shoes. It has some activities. It has all kinds of things in it. Can you imagine a heavy backpack on your shoulders? Does everybody have that visual in their head? Heavy backpack. What does a heavy backpack feel like? Heavy, right? How does your backpack feel on your back? It feels heavy. It feels sore. It feels tight. You can't move as quickly. You can't jump because you got this heavy backpack on your back, right? That's the same when it comes to your emotions. Okay? It gives a lot of pressure, right? So I want you to imagine in your heavy backpack, instead of the shoes and your lunch bag and your books and your binders and your toys and all those things, I want you to imagine that you are carrying a backpack full of emotions. A backpack full of emotions. If that backpack is heavy, what can you do? What can you do if your backpack's too heavy? Okay? I want you to answer that question for me. If your backpack is too full and it's too heavy on your back, what can you do to get rid of that pressure? What can you do? In this picture, you see 3 computers. So when I came up with this strategy for my friend, he loves computers. And he loves when his computer moves really, really fast. Exactly. Take stuff out. He loves when he can play his video games when it's going fast. But if he has too many things in his computer, it slows his game down. So every morning we would do a data dump. When I could see that his body seemed a little bit heavier, a little bit tighter, his face was telling me that he wasn't feeling his best, he would do a data dump with me. So every morning we go, let's do a data dump. So for all of you, I want you to imagine that you got this heavy backpack. You're all saying it. You empty it, you take it out. So parents, this is when I need you to use your extra observation skills here. If you are seeing that your child is not as bubbly, is not telling as many jokes, is not as enthusiastic, is feeling a little bit down, I need you to ask them if they need to empty out their backpack. And when you take things out, that's you taking out those angry feelings, those sad feelings, those worried feelings. That's you taking it out and you're lightening your backpack. We're all walking around with heavy backpacks right now. All of us are walking around with heavy backpacks right now. And we have 2 choices. Choice 1 is to let that backpack continue to hurt our back, to hurt our shoulders. Or we could empty it out. And we don't have to take everything out at once. Maybe we're just going to take one thing out. And taking that one thing out, guess what? It lightens our load a little bit. It makes us feel a little bit lighter. So every day, parents and Junior Mike Slayers, I need you to have a moment where you are emptying out your backpack, okay? And if you don't feel comfortable coming to, your parent or your guardian, if you don't know how to say, I'm feeling sad, can we talk about it? Then I want you to go up to that grown-up and say, hey, can you help me empty out my backpack? And whoever that adult is who's watching with you right now, they will know that that's your way of asking for some time to work through your emotions. Hey, can you help me empty out my backpack? Maybe you don't like the backpack analogy. Maybe you need to empty out your toy box. Maybe you need to empty out the trash. Okay? You got to take out the trash. That's another example I use with my friends. I go, okay, is today garbage day or recycling day? How many of you know how to do garbage and recycling? I'm sure a lot of you do, right? So to my friends who are more like earth buddies, the analogy or the example I use with them, instead of doing a data dump or instead of doing a backpack dump, we use our Earth Day example. And I'll ask them, hey, do we need to empty the trash or do we need to recycle our feelings? When we empty out our trash, that's you taking out those negative feelings and you're tossing them. And when you're recycling, it's when you are talking about your emotions, and maybe that's an emotion that you could use again, or you could clean it up, or you could put it aside. Maybe it's a good memory, right? So find an example that works for you. The example that we just used was emptying out your heavy backpack, because we know when we're carrying something heavy on our back, it takes a toll on our body. So when you're carrying around those negative emotions, it's going to take a toll on your body, friends. I need you to let it out. Okay? Does everybody get that? Give me a thumbs up in the comments or give me some hearts so I know that you understand that. If you need me to explain it a little bit more, just let your parents know to put it in the comment box. I'll explain it even deeper if I need to, okay? But I need to know that you understand how to let go of your heavy feelings, okay? Empty out your backpack. Take out the trash. Recycle your feelings. Empty out your toy box. Whatever it is that works best for you, whatever example works best for you, use it. I just need you to understand the importance of letting go of those heavy feelings. Yes? We're getting this? Yes. Which, you know what? This is a perfect time to share affirmation with you. So let me share an affirmation. Okay? This affirmation is, my story is worth sharing. Okay? Say it with me, everybody. My story is worth sharing. Now, although this affirmation says my story is worth sharing, I want you to replace the word story with my feelings are worth sharing. My thoughts are worth sharing. Okay? My story is worth sharing. My voice is worth sharing. My thoughts are worth sharing. And my feelings are worth sharing. I know a lot of you don't want to make your family sad by telling them how you feel. But if you don't tell them how you feel, that's going to make them sad too. So I need you to tell your family how you're feeling. I need you to tell them, I'm feeling heavy today. I'm feeling frustrated today. I'm feeling angry today. I'm feeling confused today. You are allowed to feel those things, especially with everything that's going on right now. Okay? I'm reminding you to do that. And parents, at the end of the day, for these junior mic slayers, the responsibility doesn't only fall on them. So it's for us as the adults to check in with our children, with our younger siblings, and ask them, how are you doing today? Maybe you could create I see a lot of you are creating schedules at home. You have schedules of, okay, at 9 o'clock we're doing this, 11 o'clock you're doing this. Maybe you need to make like a checklist. How am I feeling today? Good, happy, frustrated, tired? How are you feeling? Check it off. Check it off. Come up with some strategies on ways in which you could communicate with your family how you're feeling today. Yes? Yes.